This might be one of the most important cases I've ever been involved in my life. I've been in 25 states representing people over my lifetime. I've been here 32 years. This country is terrified about what's going on. So when they came out with a proclamation that said for football, that activity, the players, the coaches, the people involved in that program are either going to be vaccinated or the program is over. Ain't no way that they're going to pick one sport and decide that that one sport is going to be segregated from the school. And they knew that. So now, after speaking to them a few days later, now everything's canceled. All extracurricular activities. Whether it's the choir, whether it's the marching band, whether it's the song, whether it's dance. But you know, as an example, that school and every other school in this state and country understands the importance of extracurricular activities for the health and growth of your children. It makes no sense to pick on activities that are outdoors when indoor activities, going to class, they're free and clear of any testing or things like that. I think there's a way out of this. And we have a team, some very, very good lawyers from Harvard that are working on injunctive relief right now. It's a little different with unions. I was shocked to speak to some firefighters here where their union told them to shove it where the sun don't shine, and if they don't like it, go get another job. How does the governor come out with a proclamation that says, if you're not inoculated, if you don't have it timely, you have to be tested, but if you are inoculated, you don't have to be tested? How backwards is that? That's insanity, because if you are inoculated, it doesn't mean you're free and clear from this disease. The head of the nurses union the other day advocates being inoculated for nurses, but it's not mandatory. They know as much as anyone else about this disease, and people are terrified about what's going to happen to their children, their jobs. For someone to tell you, if you don't put something in your body, and no one is positive what it's going to do by way of a vaccine, whether young people that want to become pregnant, what it does to them, to older people, to children who've died after had this vaccine, to tell you have to do it or you can't pay your rent, you can't feed your family, that's a bunch of crap. I don't see the little guy in my lifetime being walked on. Because when they walk on you, pretty soon they work their way uptown to the doctors and lawyers who have money and they have some clout. There's a lot of politics involved in here. This lawsuit, this injunctive relief, probably will be filed in federal court. I have a lot of friends in circuit court, but I don't necessarily want the ones that have been appointed by the governor to make decisions on what happens in your lives. So, I can only tell you, for the time I have here tonight, I will be as aggressive as I can for everybody that wants to participate. I couldn't be more grateful for being invited here. Whatever we have to work out for attorney's fees, we're going to do it. Lawyers make enough money in this town, they don't have to gouge you. From the day that Biden was elected president, there was pressure put on the FDA. It's almost every day to try to get them to come out and endorse these vaccinations. And they haven't done it yet, but I believe it's coming. That doesn't mean we can't win the fight. It just means it's one portion of our argument that becomes diluted. If they don't say it's okay, they're not endorsing this vaccination, and you want me to stick it in my kid's arm or my arm? Not going to happen. I will do everything I can to help you folks. I'll make myself available to you, our team available to you, and we'll do whatever we can. Public workers, other people who have been given August dates, September dates. There's no way in the world you can have 2 vaccinations if you decided to, if they broke you down by August. So all I can tell you is that for someone to work as long as you folks have, to love your families, to work hard to be in this, the greatest place I've ever lived, 32 years here. This is one Ohana. And to be told that maybe you can't feed your kids if you don't do what they tell you to do, maybe you can't pay your rent because you don't listen to them, I don't believe anyone's going to put up with that. And if they have to go down fighting, they will. And I'll do my best to make sure there are teams next to you to fight for you. And the people in this town know I'll give you every drop I have. So, there's still hope. There's still light at the end of the tunnel. And I can't believe the people in this town that grew up here that now have positions of prominence, whether they're elected officials, whether they're appointed officials, whether they're teachers, whatever they are, that they're going to give up on folks like you. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. And as I said, we'll give them everything we have to let them make a fair decision for you folks. Remember, there are exceptions to taking the vaccine. It's a medical claim, and they're not going to subpoena your doctor and get your records to see what the medical claim is. And there's a religious exception. That one is